are doing a trail called Lime Creek.
Lime Creek.
And it is actually known as being an old Ute trail. And so this is how the Ute Indians would come across the San Juans. And so it's actually got some really great historical significance. It's supposed to be a rating of a 2 or 3, depending on what the rain has done. So we're going to take you along with us and enjoy some of the scenic views and some of the cool off-roading that the San Juans have to offer that aren't on the Alpine Loop.
Lime Creek Road is known for following the beautiful scenery that surrounds Lime Creek. This trail may be a little steep depending on the direction you go, but it is full of history. As I mentioned, this used to be a hunting trail that was originally used by the Ute Indians in the area. And if you've ever been in the San Juan Mountains, you know that navigating through them is quite difficult and there aren't very many options. And today we're going to be driving this trail from south to north. If you plan on doing this trail, please keep in mind that it is rated as a 3, which really means it's bumpy and maybe narrow in some places. And don't worry, we'll cover the narrow sections here in a little bit. This trail can be done in both directions, so please be mindful and keep note of where some passing places are in case you do meet someone on the trail. The south side of this trail tends to be very easy, and so does the north section of this trail. It is the middle section that makes it a little bit more difficult. But we figured it wasn't anything that the Silverado couldn't handle. So let's get to it. So very common in the San Juan Mountains, you will have some late rainstorm. The night before it had rained up here, and so there is going to be a few mud puddles along the way, which makes it a little bit more fun. But if you're in a vehicle with not good traction, you might want to be careful.
Rock, stay. Whatever shall you do?
Scrape on him. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Yeah, this is fun.
My neck hurts. I'm sleeping. Leave me alone. Look away.
You're the one creating drama.
The further north you go on this trail, the bumpier and bumpier it is, but it isn't too extreme as you can see. Most crossovers such as Subarus can still handle this portion of the trail without any issues. Once you reach this little lake overlook, you will start to notice the trail starts to shift and the rocks become a little bit bigger. If you're not proper with your tire placement in a shorter clearance vehicle, this could lead to some issues. But we didn't have any in the Silverado.
Used to these giant leader axles. I only owned one forever.
You only owned one until...
Oh, God.
Right?
I don't know how we survived in those rough bastards.
Are you missing your DSSVs?
No, I'm missing the coil shocks. The coil springs, in the rear. You know, Gladiator style. It rode the smoothest. And I am missing my DSSVs a little bit softer spring rate. This is fine. It does great.
We just came to is the 1 lane road section. It's also the narrow iconic spot. And honestly, it doesn't seem that narrow. So I will show it to you as the trail boss goes through it, but it's got these iconic rocks and things and epic views, so I think it's going to be pretty neat.
So the use of this road has changed a lot over the years. Since it was starting as a Ute hunting trail, it originally was built in the 1800s as a wagon road for miners, which really helped with ore before the railroad was built. In the 1930s, the Civilian Conservation Corps improved the road and added those picturesque masonry rock walls. And we had thought we had gone through the iconic narrow spot, but apparently there was a spot up ahead that was way more narrow.
Straight towards me. Now turn that way. Yeah, you're good. Just watch that inside and you're fine on this side. Yeah, you can go straight for a little bit. Turn that way. Right there. Perfect. You can you're fine on this side now. Yeah, you're good. If you drive towards me, you're perfect. Oh yeah, you're probably on that side. You've got like 8 inches. Yeah, you're good. We have gone through, we're still in the shelf roady part, but if you are in a full size, you're just going to want to mind kind of where your lines are, because it does get a little bit narrow, especially where some of those rocks fell off. So you're going to have to watch yourself on some of those curves. It is shelfy, but it's not terrible, so I would recommend if you do have a full size, if you have a passenger, if you just make sure to be confident if you're going from the south to the north, be confident in your passenger who's going to tell you where that edge is.
Or have one with less of a hood bolt so you can see the edge. I can't see
or if you come from north to south, the driver will be on the outside, and then you can see it. So if you don't have anybody with you, I would recommend north to south.
Yes.
Not south to north like
especially
we're
full
doing
size
it.
of the bulge.
Yes, the hood bulge on this is a lot. It's not great. It looks cool for pictures. Makes the truck look really nice, but for off-roading, it is not practical whatsoever.
And when we thought we had done the narrow spot, there was actually another landslide that had occurred that made the trail super narrow for a full size.
Yeah, right there. Perfect. I want you to turn just a tiny bit that way. Right there, yeah. I want you to turn a tiny bit more, driver, if you can. Right there. Yeah, you can go straight. Okay. Narrow right there. Once you get past the narrow section, you get to drop down and actually drive near Lime Creek, so it starts to widen out more to a full-size road than what was up above. So just keep that in mind, that it does eventually widen out just a little bit, and it's pretty pleasant. It's really nice to enjoy just kind of looking at the creek as you drive. So I'm enjoying it. Are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it. It's very nice.
Yes, I highly recommend this road.
And just like that, the road widened out and it got easier and easier, and before we even knew it, we were back at the main highway. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends, and we'll see you next time.